first. Come down to the plot to do a little bit of harvesting, probably a bit of watering. Had planned on digging some spuds, but might not get around to that today. So I was busy watering at the minute over the other side of the plot. I've already harvested some tomatoes. So all those tomatoes have come out of the plot greenhouse, apart from a couple of trays. These 2 trays, there are outside ones. They're a mixture of Crimson Crush and Cocktail Crush. Some safari beans so far, some onward peas, Crimson Crush, 2 punnets of Shirley's Sun Gold, and they are Cocktail Crush in there. And there's a couple of weird Buffalo Sun tomatoes there that we'll sort out. See if there's anything usable on those when we get home. I think there will be. So I think my next job now is I'm going to go and pick some raspberries. These raspberries were planted this year, a variety called Shugana, and they were a freebie from Thompson & Morgan. Nice little harvest there of raspberries. Don't think they'll make it past dinner tonight. Next, I might have a look at some runner beans. Not sure what it's been like for you for runner beans this year, but for us it's been pretty weird. For a long time, flowers have just refused to set. In fact, flowers are still refusing to set, but we are now getting some beans at least. These are Liberty beans. We got these seeds from Bill and Val, and to be fair, these look like they're at the moment producing our best crop of beans, or best crop of runner beans that we've had this year. There's some really good beans on there at the minute now, so I shall go round and have a look and see what I can get off here. Our other beans been really weird. Cobra, we've had quite a few off there, but if we move down to our main runner beans have got to the top of the canes and they're sort of falling over the top and coming down. And normally, by the time that happens, we've had so many beans we don't know what to do with them. This year, so far, we haven't picked any beans off here. But it looks like there is a few now to pick, so I might go through these today and see what I can find on these. But so far, it's been a really poor year for runner beans.
Martin's busy digging up the Elfie potatoes. This is what he's got so far. And I'm going to go now and see how he's doing with the rest. This is the second row of potatoes from this bed. The other row was osprey, and you can see the ground has just been left totally lumpy and dry. Unlike some places, we haven't had any downpours, have we?
We've had 2 little showers, haven't we?
Well, I wouldn't even call them showers, to be honest.
We've had 6 millimetres of rain in the last 3 or 4 days, so that's what?
We're just waiting for this thunderstorm, aren't we?
Yeah, but it never comes, does it?
No.
Right, carry on with some of these
So
then.
you're halfway through, aren't you?
Yeah, something like that. So far they've been all right.
And we're quite surprised, aren't we? Because we didn't expect much from the potato crop at all.
No,
It's not had any water probably since we planted them.
these haven't been watered at all, have they?
No. So they've had no rain on them at all, so we assumed
There'd be nothing
that
on,
there'd
basically.
be nothing, especially seeing as the tops hardly grew, did they?
No, and they'd seem to die off really early, didn't they?
They did, yeah. Oops. A couple of advantages to not having had any rain on them is they're very dry and
There's no slugs.
no slugs, yeah. It's heavy going though, isn't
It
it?
certainly is.
Usually when Martin digs the potatoes up, he digs over the bed at the same time, but,
It's just not possible.
well, you are trying, aren't you? But
Yeah, it just needs some rain to soften it up a bit.
it's just, you can't knock the lumps down, can you?
No. So all I'm trying to do is like loosen it a bit so that the rain can get into it when we get some.
Yeah. There's quite a few tiny weeny ones, isn't there?
Yeah,
More like berries. Martin did film digging the other row of potatoes up, but something went wrong, didn't it?
yeah, and didn't get any audio at all. I think there was a loose connection somewhere, which I'm hoping I've fixed now, of course.
So shall I leave you there? Leave you
Yeah,
to
okay.
it? And we'll have a look when you've finished.
Yeah. Well, this batch of main crop potatoes is now lifted. Done the best I can. Oops. I have done the best I can to get bed dug over. A bit better going up this end, but still blooming hard. So it needs some rain on it, and then hopefully it'll just break down okay. But I'm pleased with the spuds. These are elf. I usually call them elfie, but I'm fairly sure it's just elf. And they've produced a decent crop of potatoes. Didn't water them at all. They've had very little rain since they went in. So that's off about half a row. So I'm going to collect those up now. And take them home, get them weighed up. And I'll put on the bottom just how much... in fact, I'll put on what we've got off this bed. I'll put on the osprey and elf. Just thought I'd have a quick look now and see exactly what we've got left to dig up in potatoes. We're well into the potato harvest now. In fact, I've only got the odds and ends to dig up and a row of Charlotte and some more elf. That's all I've got left to dig up now, so I'll show you what's left to dig. So this bed of spuds are still to come up. So the row this side are another row of elf. If they're as good as what I've just dug up, then I'll be amazed. And on the far side are Charlottes. They weren't too bad what I've dug up so far, but again the ground's really hard. It's going to be another fairly long job getting these out of the ground and then leaving the bed ready for some rain to sort of hopefully soften up the ground. And come to think of it, we have got one more set of spuds that we'll have to harvest. I wonder if we'll get any rain. Next forecast for rain is Monday, but I'm sure by the time Monday comes, the forecast will have changed. It'll be dry, because I know people have had thunderstorms, but not here. So just through here, where Sue's still picking some dahlias, the last lot of spuds to come up. These are just the seed potatoes we had left when we'd done all the main rows, so not expecting there to be a lot on here. I bet these really haven't had any rain at all. Anyway, we'll find out in the next few days, because I'll have to get them up fairly soon. Right, so our biggest harvest of the season. One of the ones that makes having an allotment worthwhile.
One of the ones we didn't expect to have as well.
Yeah, there's some in there that are quite good, aren't they?
Like we didn't expect the plums, did we?
No, first lot of plums, Ulin's Gauge didn't have many, but we've had some nice Victoria plums.
But they flower later, don't they?
Yeah.
So maybe they pollinated better.
We're first picking of what we think are discovery apples.
We're not sure because we inherited them,
We
didn't
did
we?
years ago. We've got some beans in there, which I'm not sure what we got. Are you? So I'll put it on the bottom.
Celebration.
It's what we normally have as main crop anyway. And then,
Celebration's one.
yeah, Celebration. On the other side, we've got some runner beans, Liberty. They've done well, haven't they?
Yeah, they've done all right,
Have they?
considering what the weather's been
Yeah.
like.
And then we've had a haul of tomatoes. I think I've already gone through those, so I won't go through them again.
There's some blackberries hiding.
Yes, blackberries hiding in
there.
there, Loch Ness.
They're Loch Ness, and some
Safari beans.
safari beans.
Yeah, I had those. We've got 3.5 buckets of elf potatoes.
We're not sure whether it's pronounced elf or elfie, aren't we?
No.
But ELFE. There's the peas that you missed.
No, I think I did the peas before, Sue.
All right.
And then there's some sweet peas and dahlias.
Yeah.
Shugana raspberries.
Yeah. And some all gold,
gold.
but there aren't very many and they're quite small. Maybe I'm just expecting there to be more because maybe I think it's later in the season than it actually is.
Then there's a sort of defender courgette.
Yeah.
Small marrow.
Yeah.
And then some seeds from our heritage peas.
Yeah.
We're hoping to save
They're
for
Kent
next year.
blue.
next year.
Those are Kent Blue,
Yeah.
and those are the other ones.
They're the other ones with a strange name. So that's it then, that's today's harvest. As you can see, all we've got to do now is get it all in the car.
Yeah. Could be interesting.
Yeah, let's make a start on that then. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now.
Bye bye.